What's going on, YouTube world? Welcome back to Little Bit Man Gaming, bringing you the review for Season 2, Batwoman, Episode 2, which is called Prior Criminal. And before we get into that, y'all can hit that like, take your thumb, finger, whatever finger, 10 of these fingers you want to use, hit that subscribe button, the like button, the share button, the notification button. Click that little button to leave a comment. So do all that, and I greatly appreciate it because it helps the channel. It helps me grow as a YouTuber, and it helps the channel. And it helps everything grow. The YouTube tracks all that because we need 100 subscribers. Then we'll move on to the next goal after that. But if you do all that, I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, tonight's episode of Batwoman was called Prior Criminal History. And this is a little synopsis of what the show is, what this episode was about. It says after her quick spin in the back car, or the back gear, or whatever, I guess they call it the back gear. Ryan Wilder is back to facing the daily challenges of life as herself. Alice has a new devious plan to get the attention of both Gotham and Sophia. Ryan comes face to face with Alice for the first time. Now, if you don't know why it's what they mean by her coming face to face with Alice for the first time, go back and watch episode 1 because this is a spoiler-free review. But go back and watch episode 1 because it has a lot to do with what that face to face for the first time is. But yeah, the episode started off great. It's we get a little more about Sophia, and if you haven't known, Sophia has something to do with happened to Kate Kane. Sophia is like the head of this dangerous organization that runs through Gotham, right? And she's so feared that other criminals in Gotham fear her. So it's like nobody wants to cross Sophia because you cross Sophia, that's pretty much a death sentence for you, right? So you cross Sophia, that's the wrong thing. And in between season 1, the Crisis on Infinite Earths, and now Batwoman has crossed Sophia or Kate Kane, and I guess she, whatever's going on, she must have something to do with it. If you've seen the previous episode, you know what I mean. But yeah, everybody's going around basically. One of the other themes of this episode was hope, because Batwoman was a symbol of hope. Batman was a symbol of hope to Gotham. That somebody was going to stand up to these criminals. Better than what the police could do, right? Better with the police, Gotham PD, and the Crows. So that was Batman. Then Batman disappeared. Now Batwoman stepped in, and then she disappeared. Now everybody's like, who's gonna be the hope again? Where's Batwoman? Everybody. There was a little protesting because everybody's mad at the Crows for setting up Batwoman in the thanks to the pandemic, the 4th season finale of Batwoman, and she was set up by the Crows. So now everybody's protesting. They mad because they think Batwoman left because of this. And it's like they protesting, they doing this. And Alice does have a devious plan. But her plan is not what everybody thinks it is. See, everybody's so focused and so angry at Alice for what she did. Killing her stepsister's mom, killing somebody else's mom, and all the horrible things she did in season 1. So it's like now, when she do something good, they, rightfully so, they like, I don't believe you, or what's the end game? What's your motive behind this? Why you, what your game is? What you planning? You're a little sneaky. But she finally do something with Mouse's body, to send a message, and her deviant, she do have a one of it was a lame. At first, it was a lame plan. I was sitting there watching the episode like that plan is kind of lame, but it turned when I saw what she was doing and what the plan led to. I was like, okay, she actually, crazy as she may be, she got a well thought out plan that actually worked. Her end game was, what it was. She got the attention of the people she wanted to get the attention of, because, you got the people who believe, oh, Kate Kane dead. You got people believing that she's dead. Others believe that she's alive, and that's where hope comes in this episode, because people is trying to have hope and want to have hope that Kate is still alive. Some people don't want to repeat the same mistakes that was done in the first season. When it comes to somebody being missing and you giving them hope too soon, only to find out that that person was never dead in the first place, and that now you feel guilty because, like, oh man, I gave up hope so quickly, and this person wasn't even dead. They was right there, and I was just, So people basically just running around trying to find hope. This whole episode was about them trying to find hope. And when Alice goes into her master plan, there needs to be a Batwoman, right? So yeah, it kind of goes into like these different stories. You got people, they being in the beginning, they was interrogated. You got people being interrogated because they, Kate's father was trying to figure out who knew, that Kate was Batwoman, because, he just found out. If you by now you probably seen it, but yeah, he found out that Kate is Batwoman. So now he's trying to figure out who knew, who could be the people helping her, and now that he knows, he's looking for his daughter. So now he's like, every time he sees Batwoman, he's hoping that it's Kate Kane. But we all know with the behind the scenes drama and everything that's going on, Kate Kane may indeed come back for like an offshoot episode, but who knows, right? But yeah, prior criminal history, it wasn't like the episode 1 where it was fully. It didn't fully keep going into. It took like Ryan's backstory took a backseat to this. This was more about reestablishing Batwoman, and not they didn't even address the whole bullet wound. For maybe about like a couple of seconds in the beginning. She was, I think, a couple of seconds in the beginning, she was trying to get something for it, but that was about it. It was nothing else said about it. Sophia also in this universe, in the universe of the Arrowverse, she was the one who knew, I guess, after Crisis, because it was something before Crisis. It was something different. That it was some just basically human made, bullet that was made specifically to go through the back suit. But after Crisis, that whole thing changed. That changed from being just a man-made bullet to kryptonite. And kryptonite is from Superman's home world. And the reason why that happened, because if y'all haven't seen it, in the Crisis on Infinite Earths, after they saved the multiverse, they had to they saved it by rebooting it, because the multiverse got wiped out completely. Then they had the 7 Paragons had to reboot the universe with the help of Spectre, who the new Spectre, I should say, that Oliver Queen became. And when they did that, even though they rebooted the universe or the multiverse, their universe was different. Every universe is different, like, because Earth 1 is no longer Earth 1. Earth 1 now is Earth Prime. there's a new Earth 1, Earth 2, and Earth 3, and these Earth 1s and Earth 2 and Earth 3s are different from what the old multiverse was. And the history of Earth, that what used to be Earth 1, which is now Earth Prime, is different because now it has two different Earths combined with that one. That's why it's called Earth Prime, because three Earths combined into one to create Earth Prime. I think it was the Black Lightning show. They was on their own separate Earth, and Supergirl was on her own separate Earth, and they combined with the Flash and Arrow to create Earth Prime. Because before that, on the Flash's Earth, he only had, I think the only known superheroes was on his Earth was himself, was the Flash himself, Green Arrow, and Batman, and Batwoman eventually. But that was it. There was no Superman, no Aquaman, no none of that. Now with the combination of two different Earths combining with one Earth, I guess that was what Oliver wanted. He saw that his Earth, the Earth that he came from, his sacrifice was that he knew his Earth needed to be better, and the only way it could be better if he helped improve it by combining two different Earths so they could have more heroes, to fill the void. And now you got an Earth where instead of just only having one particular set of heroes, it got all the heroes now, because now there's Atlantis with Aquaman, potentially Wonder Woman. We know Batman is still there. We got more characters now to play with on one Earth. And after that, the history of some of the stuff changed. And one of the things changed was what we knew in the first season of Batwoman was towards the end they were trying to figure out how to destroy this technology that could create something that could penetrate the Batsuit. And we know what changed with that was that it went from being, like I said earlier, a man-made, structure, a man-made bullet to a kryptonite bullet. But for now, in this new timeline, that Ryan Wilder, for some reason, she got shot by it, didn't die, and it's doing something to her. It's like it may be giving her powers, maybe. But let's see what else happened. Alice threatened, I think it's Alfred's daughter. I want to say it's either his niece or daughter. She threatened her to help her. She wanted her to help her stop Sophia, but when she basically rebuffed and basically denied helping her, trying to psychoanalyze her, Alice got mad and stabbed her, not fatally, but stabbed her. It was still trust issues. They still got trust issues because the whole revolution that Kate was Batwoman has now put a strain on everybody. That was another theme of this episode, was that it was a theme of trust, and trust was a big thing for them. And now everybody, well, you got two people who don't trust one particular people, and you got Alfred's daughter Julia. She's even on the outs with these people. Like everybody's against each other on trust. Nobody trusts nobody trusts her father. Nobody trusts Kate's father or Kate's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, because they was the ones who set Kate up now, and they don't trust Lucius and I think I said Lucius. I think it's Luke. I think it's the son's name, Luke Fox. They don't trust him or Kate's adopted stepsister. I said adopted, but stepsister, because everybody had these secrets about her and nobody told the other. So now it's just this whole thing about trust. They don't trust nobody. But other than that, yeah, you have Ryan. She came face to face with Alice, and for her own personal reasons, which if you watch episode 1 you would know what those personal reasons are. I won't say them in here again because I don't want, if you haven't watched episode 1, I don't want to spoil it, but she has a personal reason why she wants to go after Alice, and that plays into her having to weigh a decision. Since I got the suit on, do I save the people of Gotham from Alice's devious plan, or do I take my revenge on Alice? And you saw the inner struggle that she was going through, trying to decide whether what was important, getting revenge or being a hero. And if you know what she was struggling with and why she wants Alice, then you would know it's like that's a real tough struggle. Because I mean, come on, in the real world, if you know what she did to Ryan, how hard would it be to choose between being a hero and wanting to get payback for somebody taking somebody from you, or somebody doing something to you, or whatever the cause may be? You want revenge, but at the same time, you need to be a hero. But you got to choose, because you choose one, the other will disappear. In this case, if you choose being a hero, the person you want to get revenge on is going to escape. But if you choose revenge, then innocent people might die, and you saw her struggle with that, and she was truly struggling. Like she really didn't want to go be a hero. She just wanted revenge, and it was hard for her. But she ended up, making a choice, and now it's pretty much solidified that she's going to be the new Batwoman, and I guess that's when we're going to see the new hairdo, because it's supposed to be the hairdo she's using right now is still Kate's wig, but now she's going to have her own style wig for her. As she take over being Batwoman, she's going to have her own style wig. But yeah, so in all, good episode. It wasn't as story driven and heavy. It was more about, Hope and getting Hope back into the city, who's the new Batwoman. But then you still had that dominant factor, who is Sophia, and why did she do what she did in causing Kate to disappear. Whether if she really truly disappeared or died, we still don't know. But she's involved. And why is she so feared? But it's like those are questions that I guess is going to be answered in later episodes. I do know that she will be in episode 3, along with Victor Sads. And I want to see that next episode, because I want to see how they do Victor Sads, because he's a crazy ass Batman criminal. But in all, I think if I had to rate this episode, I give it a 7 big ups, just because I don't know. It felt it was a good episode, but then it didn't really do nothing to push it gave you the right little hints. It gave you the right little hints, but at the end, it didn't really do too much to drive home the story. It was almost like it almost was like a villain of the week type episode, but it wasn't, because the villain of the episode was Alice. So it was story driven enough, but it wasn't. It didn't hit you with those oh crap moments. Like it was just okay. We see somebody's having a devious plan. This blah blah blah. This blah blah blah. That. It was more like okay, that was cool. That was cool. But it wasn't nothing that make you go, oh shit, that was awesome. Like it wasn't nothing like that. So yeah, that's why I give it a 7, because it was a okay episode. It was okay. It was good, but it was a lot that could be better. But hey, it's only episode 2, right? But yeah, that's it. If you want more videos like this, you like videos like this, just hit that like button, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all that. That lets me know that continue doing these videos, the views, and I also want to say, I didn't say in my last video I posted, but I wanted to say thank you to everyone who watches my videos. I appreciate you. Continue watching my videos. Continue subscribing, sharing, liking, doing all that stuff. I appreciate it. To the next one, peace.